Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the Excavation of Hob's Barrow. Barrow? Fuck you. Let's go. I'm away. Shut the fuck up.
Hey, Stanley.
Do not interrupt me again. I'm very energetic tonight. I don't have to work tomorrow, so I drank an energy drink, and I assume that was a good idea. Here we are. Ready to party, ready to rock. Hello, Stanley Kemp. I'm sorry for yelling.
Sleep well, Miss Bateman.
No.
Not really. I have the rather queer recollection of a cat entering my room last night.
Can she say that?
A cat, you say?
Yes, an odd-looking grey one. I must have been dreaming, as I locked the door and windows before I went to sleep. I saw a similar cat in the lavatories while searching for Mr. Tillett.
Ah, Herbert. Oh, he's a harmless thing. He comes in now and then searching for scraps.
Indeed. Seeing him in the lavatories must have conjured up the strange dream.
The mind is capable of manifesting frightful things, Miss Bateman. I'm happy to report the rain of yesterday has lifted. It's a clear morning outside.
That's wonderful.
Crisp.
Thank you.
I've prepared a room for your assistant. What time will he be arriving today?
His train will get in around midday. Kenneth will also be bringing my excavation equipment.
Oh, aye. What does that entail?
Picks, shovels, buckets, lighting and such. He usually packs it in a large crate. Come to think of it, I'll need somewhere to store it.
You're welcome to use the alley behind the inn for any such bulky items.
Yeah, is that safe? My equipment is valuable, correct. I don't see what the alternative is. Also correct, but I feel like this is something worth bringing up.
Is it safe to do such a thing?
I can assure you the local folk are not thieves, Miss Bateman.
That's not what I...
Now, say nothing more of it.
Thank you, Stanley.
I'll let you get on with your day.
I feel like the individual items would fit in the room. Maybe not the whole crate,
Miss Bateman,
but the important
Yes?
stuff, you know?
I've something I wish to get off my chest, as it were. I've been tossing and turning all night, Miss Bateman. I feel rotten, I really do.
What on earth are you talking about?
As you know, I like to run an honest establishment. And well,
Choked on water.
I've not been honest with you, lass.
I'm
I
alive.
do know of Hobbs Barrow.
You do?
I do. Many here do. There are stories tied to that place, you know. If I've learned anything in this life, it's that some stones are best left unturned. Old Leonard Shoulder is someone to be wary of too. I can't tell you what to do, lass, but you'd best avoid him.
Hobbs Barrow.
Lie to me about Hobbs Barrow.
Barrow,
I know,
sorry.
lass, I know. I feel dreadful.
But why? What are these stories you speak of?
I really can't tell you more. If you insist on visiting that place, you'll have to seek out Mr. Shoulder. He brought you here. He should be the one to tell you.
And if we decide not to, we just
I must
leave.
say, Mr. Kemp, this is all quite puzzling.
Credits roll.
I've never let local superstitions stop me in the past. I pride myself on being a woman of logic and reason. I've no time to waste on such matters.
As I say, seek out Mr. Shoulder. He can tell you more.
What if he's dead? We didn't see him yesterday, so what's to say we're gonna see him today?
Why must I be wary of Mr. Shoulder?
The man has a certain reputation.
For what?
You've seen it already. Were he here to meet you last night?
No.
Precisely. A man not to be trusted.
Where does Mr. Shoulder live?
I can't say for sure. As I think I told you last night, he's a quiet man and keeps to himself. He only comes in here to collect his post. Leads me to believe he lives a fair distance away. Certainly not in the village itself.
Might someone around Bewley be able to help me find him?
You could ask around. As I say, lass, Bewley folk mean well. Don't forget that.
I'm a little concerned because I feel like his testimony of this guy, Mr. Shoulder, is conflicting. He says he lives on the outskirts of town. No one really knows him. Quiet. But at the same time, don't trust him. Blah, 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 blah. I don't trust the bartender, if I'm going to be honest with you. And I've played Catherine, alright? I have these concerns about this bartender.
Where is Hobbs Barrow?
I don't know. I say that on my mother's grave, Miss Bateman.
I now find that hard to believe.
The moors are vast, lass. I'd tend not to go wandering out there. A grown man could lose himself and not be seen again.
I shall return later.
Good day to you, lass.
Good day to you. Is there anyone here worth talking to? No? Okay. Goodbye, good sir. Or terrible person. We shall see.
It seems I may be fighting a battle against some sort of local superstition. Is there a single barrow in England that doesn't have some ghastly tale attached to it? Hogwash. All of it. I've a few hours until Kenneth arrives. I should use this time to find Mr. Shoulder.
Should we talk to that menacing looking man on the right?
Hello. My name is Thomasina, and you are...
Now then, that's none of your concern, love.
What a cool guy. Hangs out in front of the inn, the pub, just leans and smokes. This guy's really fucking cool.
What do you do around here?
Hey up, you're not scared of sticking your neb in. I look after the churchyard. Dig the graves.
Oh, so he's a grave digger. At a church. Fucking loser.
What can you tell me about the church?
Aye, it's a church.
This guy's a prick. This guy's an asshole.
Do you know a man named Leonard Shoulder?
I don't know out about no Leonard Shoulder.
I don't know what language you're speaking, buddy.
What can you tell me about Hobbs Barrow?
Not to be found digging around in those things.
You know of local barrows then?
Don't concern yourself.
Oh, what a fucking bitch, dude.
What can you tell me about Bewley?
Not much around here, love. Not worth mentioning to you, like.
I see. Goodbye.
Ta-ra.
Fuck you. I don't know what that means.
Hello.
Yes?
My name is Thomasina. What's yours?
Douglas?
It's a pleasure to meet you, Douglas. That's a great sword technique you have.
Thanks, miss. Mr. Crozier's gonna make me a real one when I turn 12. I'm preparing myself to fight the lantern worm.
What is the lantern worm?
It's gonna come back and get us all. John Lantern thought he killed it at the River Ware, but my father told me it still lives. We must all be prepared.
The lantern worm isn't real, Douglas. Father just told you that to get you out of his hair.
Not true. I saw it slithering out by the beck, like a giant eel it were. And
What's a
then
beck?
So fast I thought I would fly.
Sorry, miss. My brother has a vivid imagination.
Children often do at his age.
I'll keep training. You will all thank me when I thrust my sword deep into its fat belly.
Douglas, this lady doesn't want to hear your nonsense.
Do you like living in Bewley?
Yeah, I do. Are you from the city?
I'm from a long way away.
You must have come on the train. I love watching all the steam puff up into the sky.
Have you been on the train yourself?
No, miss. Our parents don't have the money for train tickets. Father says we have all we need here in Bewley.
Perhaps this nice lady would like to take you away with her on the train.
No, I need to stay and protect Bewley from the lantern worm.
Do you know a man called Leonard Shoulder?
That's a funny name.
Have you heard of Hobbs Barrow?
What's that?
A local burial mound.
Oh, that woman's gonna
Our
make me on.
parents don't let us wander far from the village.
What's a burial mound?
Don't you mind about that, Douglas?
The dog barking freaked me the fuck out, man. It's gonna look outside the fucking window.
Who's Mr. Crozier?
He's a blacksmith. His forge is just over there on the other side of the square.
Don't you think 12 years of age is a little young for a real sword?
I'll be a master swordsman by then.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, miss.
Good day.
Hello, miss.
My name is Thomasina. What's yours?
Betty.
Nice to meet you, Betty.
She's kind of emo.
What are you up to?
My brother is practicing his sword fighting technique. I'm to watch him until he tires himself out.
I'm tireless!
This time last month it were all about his teaspoon collection. This month it's swords.
Do you know a man named Leonard Shoulder?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
What do you know of Hobbs Barrow?
Our parents don't like us talking to strangers, miss.
So you know of it?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Goodbye.
Bye, miss.
I can't take the sign.
Oh, I was trying to continue. I'm sorry. Do we just like B&E now?
No one here.
We're a little annoying if we start doing that. Maybe we should just... Hey, what's up, blacksmith? How do I check the... Shit. Space? No, well, space does that. Fuck, how do I bring up the menu again? I just played this game. How did I forget? Ah, I remembered. I need to find him and discuss... Oh, God. Well...
Good day.
Yes?
Mr. Crozier, I presume.
Aye, George Crozier, at your service.
My name is Thomasina.
Aye, can I help you?
Are you a Bewley native, Mr. Crozier?
Aye, born and bred. That's where my father's forge before mine.
Born and bred. Would it be bred and born instead? Also, bred's just kind of weird to say. I was born here. I was born and bred here. Yeah, I was bred here. I was born a town over, but they bred me here. It's kind of strange.
How is business faring?
I do an honest trade. There'll always be horses needing shoes and farmers needing tools. You let me know if you need out made or mended. I'll do you a fair price.
Thank you, Mr. Crozier.
Ever since Betty is fucking yawning over there, and I can still hear it from standing all the way over here talking to the blacksmith, and now I'm yawning. I had so much energy when I started this recording, and she yawned, and I fucking yawned, and now I keep yawning, and she keeps yawning. Like, I'm not even, like, physically tired at the moment. I think it's just an involuntary thing because she's yawning, and it's fucking with me.
Do you know a man by the name of Leonard Shoulder?
I do have water, though, so that's cool.
Aye, old Leonard.
Have you seen him recently?
She just keeps doing it.
Not recently.
She keeps fucking
Do
yawning.
you know where he lives?
Why all these questions, lass?
I need to speak with him. He invited me to Bewley.
Oh, he'll turn up. I've seen him in the plough and furrow from time to time.
But do you know where he lives? I need to find him.
I believe he lives somewhere out on the moors. Can't tell you out more than that.
Thank you, Mr. Crozier.
What the fuck did you just tell me?
Do you know
A
of
moss?
a local landmark named
What?
Hobbs Barrow?
I don't fucking know where that
There's
is.
a fair many barrows found out on the moors, lass. Too many to put a name to. Not a soul in Bewley pays them any mind.
What can you tell me about Bewley?
We don't get many visitors here, outside of market days. But there's plenty of work for the village blacksmith. Where are you from, then?
I arrived yesterday on the train from London, by way of Derby.
Oh, aye. I've heard about London.
What have you heard?
Plenty of factories there.
Yes, indeed. The city
She
is
on
always
again.
changing and moving forward.
She did it again.
Too busy for me, though, lass.
Fucking
I
psychopath.
prefer a quieter pace. Aye.
Aye.
When do market days run,
Yes.
Bewley?
Once or twice a month. The next one is tomorrow.
How delightful.
Unless your vice is cabbages, there'll be no.
I love cabbages.
I don't mind a cabbage.
Then you're in luck.
Thanks for your time.
Aye.
Sausage and cabbage soup? She keeps yawning. I think I gotta go. Okay. Let's be annoying and go door to door, knocking on all the doors. Sit up straight, good posture. Okay, we deserve that.
The unmistakable charm of old Cyril. I don't think anyone is home.
I'm gonna get lost. Do you have a map? Yeah. Those eyes are slightly creepy, but glad to know. I think that's a fast travel thing, so that's cool. That was a fox. That's cool.
I shall see you later this evening, gents. Well, I say. Greetings, my dear.
Hello, sir.
Hey, what's up, man?
Pause on your beauty, for I shall see you again soon.
Wait. Some nerve.
Lady, you're blushing.
I most certainly am not.
We probably can't pass because of the logs.
Sorry, lass. No way through here today.
I mean, it's not like we can't step over them, you know?
Says who?
Lord Panswick. Now get back before you find yourself under a falling tree.
This is what I was doing in the forest last night, this morning, whichever.
Do you know a man named Leonard Shoulder?
No, I don't. Can you let me get back to my work now?
No, I can't. Yeah, go ahead. I don't care.
Thanks for your time.
We'll be done by tomorrow morning. Come back then if you want to explore the woods.
I think there's other turns I can make. Also, honestly, why can't we just go around? These woods look pretty dense, so we could just find a blind spot and sneak. Is this the church?
It's locked.
How dare a church be locked? Oh, there's a woman there. Can we steal
Goodness
that
me,
cross?
Look at these box pews. I've never seen any as tall as that before. Most unusual architecture, even for the Normans.
I don't know what that means.
Someone has left a necklace hanging here. A silver cross. Sterling by the look of it. Maybe I can reunite it with its owner.
Oh, I was assuming we would sell it. Okay, we got
The
flowers.
flowers have long since dried out. I don't want them.
Okay, what else can we steal from the
memorial list of
church?
Former vicars. They stretch back several hundred years.
Yeah, I just heard the term vicar. I really don't know what that means still.
I've no time for such things. I can admire the craftsmanship from afar.
Hello. Good day. Would you like to buy one of these cakes, pet?
I think I'm poor.
What kind of cakes do you have?
I have some lovely Bakewell puddings. The sweetest marriage of almond and jam. I can tell you're not from around here, because if you were, you would know about my Bakewell puddings. They are quite famous.
Alas, I'm not carrying any money with me.
That's unfortunate, pet. I'm sorry. I can't give them away for free.
Yeah, this is a
The
church,
money
alright.
goes to the church, you see, and one cannot shirk one's duty to the church.
I understand.
What the fuck does this place need money for?
Do you know a local man called Leonard Shoulder?
Yes, I know Leonard. What business do you have with him?
It's a long story, but I'm trying to find where he lives.
I'm afraid I don't know, dear. Father Roach has access to the parish register. He might be able to help you.
Father
Thank you for your time.
register. I
He'll be with
understand.
you.
Excuse me, do you think anyone would mind if I borrowed this trowel?
You help yourself, dear. Father Roach won't mind lending it. Just be sure to put it back when you're finished.
Of
Can I
course,
borrow a
thank you.
cake?
It is more blessed to
I'll bring
give
it back.
than to receive.
Yeah. Is it now? I don't know what to do with this trowel. I don't know why we took it. What do I do now? Alright. That was nice, relaxing, peaceful. What the fuck?
The moors stretch into the distance. I don't wish to wander aimlessly. I'd better
Mushrooms?
not touch them. They could be poisonous.
I was wondering, they're in a circle. Can I dig them up? Cha.
Can't see how that will help me.
I thought it'd be fun. I'm sorry. Don't worry, guys. We'll find Leonard by the end of this video. Where are we? Oh, shit. We're back here. What's up, dudes? How's it going? Gotta go this way now.
I don't think anyone is home.
That was quick. Some of these two houses over here, too. Is there anywhere further to go over here?
The road disappears over the horizon. I see nothing but moorland.
Okay.
Nobody home.
All right. This is gonna be one of those things where I go everywhere that I don't need to go, and not to where I need to go. I feel like it may. Stop that, you fucking asshole. Trying to resist the urge to yawn. Is this where I came last time? Or did I go up here? What up here? What if I keep going up? Okay. We got the girl from the ring and her victim.
Hello there. My name's Thomasina.
Yeah?
How are you?
Go away!
Okay.
Do you know a man called Leonard Shoulder?
No,
Have you heard of a place called Hobbs Barrow?
no.
What do you know about Lord Panswick?
I heard he owns the whole county.
Have you met him?
No, he lives out on the moors somewhere. But everyone does what he tells them to,
Why's that?
because he has a lot of money.
Goodbye. Good day, little one. What's your name?
Hello, miss. I'm Jane and this is my brother Wally.
Lovely to meet you. I'm Thomasina.
I'd introduce you to my dolls, but they're drying out at the moment.
This is a lovely little beck.
It's where we get our water, miss. It's good for drinking and cleaning.
Your dolls look lovely, Jane.
Thank you, miss. I love them very much. Today was their bath day.
Wally doesn't say much.
He's mardy with me 'cause he's bored, miss. He thinks he's too old to play with dolls.
I see. Where are your parents?
They are picking apples from the big tree in our yard. Daddy and I sell them at the market.
That sounds nice.
But they don't mind us playing at the beck, as long as we don't touch the Ammon's horn.
Huh?
What is the Ammon's horn?
It's over there on that rock.
Is that a weird squiggle?
Do you mean the fossil?
It's the Ammon's horn. Daddy said we should never touch it. It will make the god angry.
What god?
Ammon, of course.
Yeah.
How wonderful. I'll be sure not to touch it. I wouldn't want to anger the gods.
Sensible.
I feel like if we were just to be like, no, 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 she'd look at us like we're stupid.
Do you know an old man called Leonard Shoulder?
No, miss.
And she's been very polite and nice.
Have you heard of a place called Hobbs Barrow?
I...
Jane!
No, miss.
Are you sure?
I swear.
Now she's lying to us.
Goodbye.
So,
Bye,
hey,
miss.
guess what? Listen here. I'm gonna go touch it.
Hey! Stay away from that!
You better start being honest with me.
Touch it!
It's bad luck to touch the Ammon's horn.
I'm gonna touch it.
I'm serious.
Or I'm gonna throw one of you brats on it.
Fine.
Come on. She has tools at her disposal that she's not using. And that's threatening children.
The flowers smell rather sweet.
Take the dolls and throw the dolls at it, at least. Fossil Beck.
The water is icy cold.
Ooh.
They aren't mine to take.
You know, I can imagine a family, maybe right here, having a picnic, eating food. They're drinking from the beck as the water flows this way, I'm presuming. Whichever, I'm gonna say this way for now. And as they're having their picnic, you got the town drunk at the other end, washing his ass in the water. They're drinking the ass water. The end. Alright. Now, where to? This takes me back to the train station, does it not? Shit. Hey.
Mr. Tillett, where did you go last night?
Have we met?
Last night at the Plough and Furrow.
Oh, Miss Bateman. I were blind drunk last night and woke up with a stinking headache.
You still smell like a brewery.
Sorry.
You went to use the lavatory and never came back, Mr. Tillett. I searched everywhere for you.
I think I remember you bought me a drink. Then it's all a blur. I woke up in my bed this morning with my wife sour at me for waking her at some ungodly hour.
About last night. What were you going to tell me about Leonard Shoulder?
Who?
Leonard Shoulder. You told me you knew him. And promised to tell me more if I bought you a drink. Which I did. So what were you going to tell me?
I don't really know the old bugger.
But you said you did.
Oh, aye. No, I know naught about him. No, naught about Leonard Shoulder.
Okay. I'm getting some major, Hot Fuzz vibes from this town.
You're hiding something, Mr. Tillett. I don't believe you.
I say a lot of things when I've got the drink in me. I probably just wanted you to buy me an ale.
A likely story.
Look, what would I gain from lying to you? I just wanted another drink.
Even if that's the case, it doesn't explain your disappearance.
Aye, I don't remember out.
What can you tell me about Lord Panswick?
Oh, you've heard of his lordship then?
Yes, do you know him?
Aye, he comes into the village from time to time, gives sweets to the children, hires young men to work his land. He's well liked around here.
I sense some hesitation, Mr. Tillett.
Well, we kind of have an unspoken agreement with his lordship. He looks after us, provided we leave him alone.
I don't follow.
He likes his privacy.
Some people do.
No one is allowed to visit him.
Do you mean to say that he's a bit eccentric?
No. I've heard people got fired at when approaching his manor uninvited.
Good grief! But is this true?
Well, I won't be the one to find out.
About last night. You really don't remember where you went last night?
As I say, it's all a blur. I remember needing a piss. Then nothing. Well, you must have missed me when I came out.
I did not. I even went to the gents' toilets to find you.
Oh, aye. A sight for sore eyes.
It was. I checked everywhere, and you were nowhere to be found. The back door leading to the alleyway was blocked from the outside.
Oh, aye.
Yes, You must have exited through that door, Mr. Tillett.
But you just said it were blocked.
There must be an explanation.
Maybe it wasn't blocked when he went through it the first time.
My mind has drawn a blank.
I don't know.
Why was the door blocked? Did you block it?
I told you I don't remember. I've nought to say 'cause I remember nought.
Out.
I'm assuming you don't know where Mr. Shoulder lives then.
Sorry, Miss Bateman. I don't know nought about Leonard Shaw.
I don't know nought. It's like when I said feck for a whole week after watching Banshees of Inisherin.
How's your headache faring?
It feels like a steam engine is driving full pelt in a circle around me skull.
Be sure to drink plenty of water, Mr.
Oh,
Tillett.
water.
Aye. I'll survive.
So, you work here?
Aye. Bewley Station Master at your service. Would you like to buy a ticket?
Not just yet, thank you. I understand that some of the locals are not too happy about this new station.
Aye. I'd go as far as saying the whole village.
How long has the station been open for?
About 3 months. We're on the Midland Railway line. This employment's been a saviour for me. If I weren't stood here, I'd be drinking my life away at the pub right now. It's worth the occasional withering look from Cyril and the rest of them.
What does a station master do?
A bit of this and a bit of that. I don't wish to bore you with such things.
As you wish.
My responsibilities here keep me on the straight and narrow, I'll tell you that much. A sense of duty can do wonders for a lost soul.
Indeed. This must be a rather lonesome post to occupy.
Trains pass through here more regularly than you might think, lass.
Farewell for now.
Ta-ra!
Ta-ra. Okay. We have made no progress. Maybe we should follow that cat. Maybe we're making progress. I mean, we've been talking to enough people, but the cat's gone. God damn it. But I feel like overall we've made no progress. We know everyone's keeping secrets. They all know about the Barrow, but they're not speaking on it. But I don't know. That took me somewhere. Where did this take me again?
The moors stretch into the distance. I don't wish to wander aimlessly.
Yeah, but there's houses, right? Can you just hold spacebar and see if there's an exit I didn't go through?
This appears to be a recently dug, unmarked grave.
Should we...
I may be a barrow digger, but I am no grave robber.
We could...
William Paxton, modest and gentle of heart. Here lies Elizabeth Farnaby. Samuel Bryden. Death is only a shadow across the path to heaven.
What the fuck sense does that make?
Joseph Davis. Here lies Margaret Tillett, beloved mother, wife, and sister. Today she dances with angels.
Tillett. Didn't we meet a Tillett?
John
Was that the
Purchase,
drunk guy?
dearly beloved husband of Florence. Forever in light, Anne Kemp.
We met a Kemp too. Was that the bartender?
No one here.
Stop. It's on that door.
I don't think anyone is home. I must say, last night is rather...
Where'd the bartender go?
Pulling the bell would be quite unbecoming of me.
It'd be cool though. That no one's here to listen to it, so it wouldn't matter. Okay, one exit. Which I think this leads me to a dead end, but okay, yeah, there wasn't even anything to check here. His house is probably in one of these directions that we don't want to walk in just yet. Maybe I need to exhaust dialogue everywhere. Like I didn't use all my dialogue with those people in the woods. I don't even know if I chose every option in the woods, did I? Stop! Why? Every time I walk by, she yawns, man. Do you know how fucked up that is? I had so much energy when I started this. And she took it all away with her yawns. Her yawning of yawns. Shit. You think that cat is their god? Was it Hammond or something? Maybe I should talk to these employees some more. See what they know.
I've no desire to go rooting about in there.
Okay, well, I didn't think you would.
I'll let him get on with his work. My name is Thomasina Bateman.
Oh, aye. You're not from round here, Thomasina Bateman.
No, just visiting. What is your name, sir?
Horace.
Are you in charge here?
I am indeed.
Tell me, who was that arrogant man here just now?
Just someone passing by.
It sounded like you knew him better than that.
I don't mean to be disrespectful, but that's none of your business.
What are you doing here?
What does it look like I'm doing? We're chopping down trees.
There is no need to be sarcastic.
We're employed by Lord Panswick. He's ordered us to gather logs from his woods. That's what we're doing.
These are his woods.
Aye, his lordship owns most of the land round Beoley.
Who is Lord Panswick?
Our governor.
He's the governor of the whole town.
All right, Owen, back to work now.
He lives in Bewley.
Aye, not far away. But his lordship doesn't like questions. Or visitors. Now please leave us to our work.
Have you heard of a place called Hobbs Barrow?
Can't say I have.
Why are you gathering logs for Lord Panswick?
By heck, you ask a lot of questions. If you must know, his lordship is repairing an old ruin on his land. We need the timber for the restoration work.
How intriguing. What type of ruin is Lord Panswick restoring?
An old chapel.
I should rather like to see it.
Not possible. His lordship does not welcome visitors to his estate.
Thanks for your time.
We'll be done by tomorrow morning. Come back then if you want to explore the woods.
Okay, so that didn't really help me that much. Maybe I should go back to the church. I feel like I didn't explore there well enough either.
This would look...
Okay. Dead end.
Locked.
We could just climb over.
Locked as well. I think they all might be. I've no time for such things. I can admire the craftsmanship from afar.
Okay.
Hello. Good day.
My name is Thomasina. What's yours?
Mrs. de Plancy.
A pleasure to meet you, Mrs. de Plancy.
Likewise, pet.
Pet?
Tell me about yourself, Mrs. de Plancy.
About me? What would you possibly want to know about me? I've been attending St. Edmund's Church my whole life. I always want to help where I can, so I sell my baked goods and all the proceeds go to its upkeep. This place means so much to me.
Your cakes look delicious.
I can assure you they are. You'll not find better in the entire county.
What can you tell me about St. Edmund's Church?
Isn't it the finest building? It's been standing here since the 12th century. The box pews in the nave are very fine and date back to the 17th century. The door is open if you'd like to worship.
Thank you, Mrs. Duplancy. What can you tell me about Father Roach?
He is a lovely man and an exemplary servant of the Lord. He's been the vicar of St. Edmund's for many years.
Where can I find Father Roach?
At this time of day, he'll be taking his exercise in Herne Wood, to the west of the village.
Thank you. I'll go find him.
Well,
Sure to listen out for his merry whistling. Such a jolly man.
What do you know of Hobbs Barrow?
Hobbs what?
Hobbs Barrow, a local burial mound.
The only place of burial I know about and care for is in this very churchyard.
What do you know about Lord Panswick?
Wretched man. They say he is restoring a chapel near his manor. But for whom and to what god, I ask?
Is he a man of faith?
I've barely seen him set foot in St. Edmund's. It doesn't stop him from acting as our God-given ruler. Stay away from him, pet. Don't get yourself tangled up in local affairs.
I certainly don't intend to.
okay,
Thank
so
you for your time.
Lord
she
be
told me Roach is in the woods. Question, where? Because we explored what we could, I believe. I don't even know what's west, really. I like how we can fast travel to the church, but if we just go to the square, we can go right there. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, so, note to self, exhaust all dialogue options. He drops something on the ground. The fuck is he doing? Ew. Ew, he's just kind of got his cloak all over it.
Very sorry. Oh, the shame. This malaise will not pass. Oh, the nausea. I need your help, young lady.
Tell me what you need.
Let the blood from my arm.
Excuse me?
Cut me. I beg you.
Okay.
The trowel's blade is dull and rusted. I need something that will provide a cleaner cut. Ouch! The broken lens is extremely sharp. Ouch! Perhaps I shouldn't risk soiling this glove until...
Okay.
This handkerchief was a gift from my mother. I hope she will understand. This should work. Are you sure you want me to do this?
Yes, it will cure me of my ills.
I shall do as you ask, Father.
Thank the Lord for my spare pair. God bless you. I already feel quite better.
I'm glad, Father.
The rapid healing properties of bloodletting cannot be overstated. I'm Frederick Roach, Vicar of St. Edmund's Church.
My name is Thomasina Bateman. It's a pleasure to meet you. Are you feeling better?
Yes, thank you.
What ails you, Father Roach?
I just ate a rotten berry. That's all. I like to pick
Why is
blackberries for my
everybody
supper,
lying
you see.
to me? Huh?
They are quite delicious, as long as you mind the bramble. My apologies again. I wish we had met in different circumstances.
Are you from Bewley originally?
I was born in our very own St. Edmunds. It's quite the story.
Do tell.
My mother was sheltering there as a frightful tempest raged. And lo, did her waters break right there and then in that pew.
One could say that you were born into your role, Father.
Indeed. When my mother told me the story as a young boy, I knew that this was my calling.
St. Edmunds is a fine building.
Thank you for saying so. It's hard work keeping her in good shape, but our congregation is always willing to lend a hand in the Lord's name.
What is it like being the vicar here?
Every day is a blessing, my child. I have a great love for our parish, and the Lord looks after us.
What about your congregation?
Numbers have fallen over the years, I must say. But those that remain are faithful and full of his spirit.
I'm looking for Mr. Leonard Shoulder.
Oh, yes? Are you a relative?
No, it's a long story, but he invited me to Bewley.
And he didn't tell you his address?
He was to meet me last night at the Plough and Furrow, but he never came.
I see. Well, let me welcome you to Bewley on his behalf.
Thank you, Father. Do you know where Mr. Shoulder lives?
Let me think. It's been many moons since I've paid him a visit.
Perhaps you could allow me to take a look at the parish register.
No need. I remember it now. A fair hike across the moors.
Could you please give me directions?
I'll take you there myself. It's the least I can do after you aided me so.
Capital. Thank you.
Just let me know when you're ready to pay him a visit. I'll be resting here for the time being.
What do you know of Hobbs Barrow?
I can't say I've heard of it.
It's supposedly a famous local landmark.
I'm afraid I know nothing about it.
What can you tell me about Bewley?
It's a quiet town. The railway line, which I presume you arrived by, is the only news of note we've had here for years.
I've heard the new station has received a mixed reaction.
I've heard many a debate, it's true. But my role is not to adjudicate on that matter. I'm very busy in my own work, you see.
What do you know of Lord Panswick?
Oh, yes. A rather important fellow around here. His vast land holdings give many a steady employment.
I hear he is renovating an old chapel on his land.
Aye, I've heard such reports. He believes this to be a godless land. Something I wholeheartedly disagree with. To which god his chapel will be dedicated to remains a matter of concern.
Why do you say that?
Oh, my apologies. Don't listen to my oafish conjecture. Let us move on.
I'm ready to go to Mr. Shoulder's house.
Excellent. I feel the fresh air will do me well. Follow me.
Good morning, Father.
Good morning, Mrs. Duplancy. Mrs. Duplancy, this is Thomasina Bateman, a visitor to our parish.
We've already had the pleasure of meeting, Father.
Excellent. Miss Bateman, don't hesitate to try one of Mrs. Duplancy's wonderful cakes.
Yes, I've heard about her famous Bakewell puddings.
I'll be here all day, young lady. But remember, once they're gone, they're gone. Those little whelps have already gobbled up all the gingerbread.
You are doing God's work, Mrs. Duplancy.
He smiles upon us, Father.
Miss Bateman, if you'd like to follow me. Let's talk of graves, of worms, and epitaphs. Make dust our paper, and with rainy eyes, write sorrow on the bosom of the earth. Let's choose executors, and talk of wills.
Shakespeare?
Quite. Which play?
I don't know. I'm gonna say Richard II.
Richard II.
Correct. You are well read, Miss Bateman.
Mm-hmm.
Studying the work of the bard is one of my favorite pastimes.
That's the one I didn't know.
Follow me.
I knew what the other two were. Not Richard II. So, I guess that's a W.
Behold, the vast expanse of God's creation. The moors extend as far as the mortal eye can see. Beautiful, is it not?
Yeah, I chilled here already.
Indeed, the moors are beautiful.
The beauty of God's creation is that it takes so many forms. How can one take in such a view and not have faith? Some look at these moors and think this a godless land. But I tell you, he is found in all domains. The Lord's work is all about us. Tell me, Miss Bateman, do you believe in God?
I was brought up Anglican. The church was an important part of my early life, Father Roach. But what happened to my father eventually made me question things.
If you don't mind me asking, my child, what happened to your father?
He had an accident when I was very young.
Flashback.
Come along now, Thomasina. Let's get out of the rain. Remember what I told you, all right? Be a good girl. People are unwell here. They don't want to hear you running about making noise. Understood?
Yes, Mother.
Good. And don't annoy the nurses.
I promise I won't.
Good. Now, let's see your father.
Mummy? Mummy? Daddy, wake up!
Good evening, Mr. Bateman. Hello, little one. You must be Thomasina?
Yes.
My name is Nurse Blaketon. I just need to talk to your mummy for a little bit. I'm sorry to disturb you, Mrs. Bateman. Mrs. Bateman?
Will he ever talk again, Nurse Blaketon?
The doctor is uncertain, Mrs. Bateman. There is the possibility that Mr. Bateman won't regain any movement at all. But we will do our utmost to look after Mr. Bateman here at Ticehurst, ma'am. He will have a nurse by his side at all times, I can assure you.
What sort of God would allow this fate to befall such a kind and honest man?
I'm sorry to hear this. God moves in mysterious ways, but he loves us all. Come along now.
Hello? She scampered off in a hurry. Who was that?
Some primitive folk make their home out on the moors. I suggest you keep your wits about you when you are exploring, and don't stray too far from Bewley.
I see. How much farther to Mr. Shoulder's house?
Still quite a walk, I'm afraid, but we'll get to him soon enough. Now then, take a look at this. Legend has it that this cairn has stood here for over 1,000 years.
How remarkable.
The Devil's Toe.
I beg your pardon?
That's what it's called. The Devil's Toe.
Oh, I see.
Come now, onward.
We walked and walked across that vast, featureless landscape.
Do I need to click?
All the while, Father Roach was
I'm
whistling
sorry.
away merrily. Just as I had begun to wonder if we were hopelessly lost, a building emerged from the mist. Mr. Shoulder's cottage.
Here we are, Miss Bateman. Unless my memory fails me completely, this is Mr. Leonard Shoulder's house.
Thank you for your help, Father Roach.
Now, no need to thank me after your providential assistance today. However, I have something to ask you.
Yes?
Please don't tell Mrs. de Plancy about my little scene in the woods. She will only fret. The poor dear woman has enough on her mind as it is.
I shan't mention it.
Thank you. You'd better see if Mr. Shoulder is in.
Game saved. Okay. I'm unsure of what to do. I think I should go. Tell you what, I have an idea. Part 2. Okay, let's see if he's dead.
Mr. Shoulder? Is Thomasina Bateman here? I'm here in Bewley as discussed.
Maybe try again. His hearing probably isn't the best at his age. No sign of life?
None. The window is nice and clean. The dwelling is by no means abandoned. A carved stone has been affixed to the door. I think it depicts a crescent moon. It's bolted onto the door itself. I can't remove it. Father, what do you make of this?
A peculiar adornment. I've not seen any like this in Bewley. Though it does remind me of a passage by the bard himself. It is the very error of the moon. She comes nearer earth than she was wont, and makes men mad.
Othello?
Precisely, Miss Bateman. Your knowledge of the bard is presently flawless.
I consider myself to be well read, Father Roach.
It's delightful to meet a fellow
2 for 2.
I must say.
The window is much too high up to reach. I've no desire to lug a block of wood about the countryside.
What's that?
That glove looks familiar.
Oh, we have his other glove.
I wonder if it matches the glove I found behind the plough and furrow.
So he was there.
The trousers feel damp. Freshly hung or still wet from last night's rain? Slightly damp.
I have a similar one myself. So very warm.
Mr. Shoulder, you home? It appears Mr. Shoulder is not at home.
Could just be missing and not dead.
Perhaps you could try the handle.
It's locked.
So can we open the window?
No sign of any movement. Here, chuk chuk chuk.
Don't encourage them.
He looks much too unruly to be picked up. The gloves are a pair. Does this mean Mr. Shoulder was in the alley last night? Why didn't he come inside to see me?
Perhaps he's gone for a stroll.
What if he's the cat?
Possibly.
I'd suggest you call back later, my child. I myself must make my way back home. I have some matters to attend to at the church. Shall I accompany you back to Bewley?
No, you go ahead, Father. Thank you.
As you wish. Farewell, Miss Bateman. I hope Mr. Shoulder finds his way to you.
Thank you for your help, Father Roach.
My pleasure. Parting is such sweet
Shit.
sorrow.
Romeo and Juliet.
Correct. That I shall say good night till it be morrow. You've proven yourself to be an impeccable scholar of the bard, my child. Lord be with you.
I just got an achievement for that called the Scholar.
Well, Mr. Shoulder.
What if he doesn't know Shakespeare and
now
any
you know
option's
where to be
correct?
found.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and end this one here. Let me make sure to save part 2 again. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. We progressed a little, but a lot at the same time, I feel. We got to know the townspeople, and now we have another little mystery on our hands. So, yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one. Bye-bye.